Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 4, the Times exclusive. No, this is not the last revelation, the main menu title can be a bit misleading. This is a freely downloadable level that was released in the same year that the main game released in 1999 to celebrate the anniversary of Carter's discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb, although not quite 100th anniversary as the tomb was discovered in 1922 and this was released in 1999, right? As far as different licensing collaborations go, this makes perfect sense. The Times newspaper wanted to basically do collaboration with something that's hip and cool, and in 1999 Lara Croft was quite the thing. And celebrating the anniversary of one of the greatest discoveries in Egyptian archaeology is a match made in heaven with Tomb Raider 4. So, I approve. Now this level will be short and sweet, and as I mentioned before, in case you ever wanted to play through these flyby screens that we see right now, that were also used in the main game, you are gonna get that opportunity because a couple of these are used in this level. It is short, beautiful, and we're gonna make it a bit challenging. And how, you might ask? Well, if you remember, there was no pistols challenge in the main game, but here I'm gonna make an exception because the supplies are very limited and I just want to see if we can push through this level without using our pistols. Furthermore, I'm not going to be doing any saves. Well, maybe at the very end of the level just as a backup save, but not in middle of the level, so no loads either, which means this will need to be a deathless run. Otherwise, we will have failed the challenge. So that will be fairly exciting. Now, without further ado, let's just see what basically brought Lara into this place in the first place.
The initial discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. And?
This is Howard Carter's original exclusive. But yesterday morning, from our Egyptian correspondent, we received this.
Tutankhamun's tomb. New tunnels. I see. I've stayed in bed for less.
Our man stumbled across this new dig site. After we received the information, news reached us that he'd been found fever-ridden, hiding nearby, ranting about a new tomb.
Now you're getting interesting. Whose tomb?
Well, this is why we've called you.
I'll see you around.
Wait, you'll get nowhere without Carter's original information. He was the first to discover Tutankhamun's tomb and reported exclusively to us. His original chamber layouts and notes lie in the relevant issues in our archive room, invaluable to the Tomb Raider.
Quite. And where are these archives? Time to finish what Carter started.
This was quite the dynamic entrance to a level. So let me welcome you to the Times exclusive. Again, a separate executable has nothing to do with the main game, so to speak, so consider this a new game of sorts that's gonna finish in the very first level. We can actually see that there are gonna be only 2 secrets, rather than 70, to be found in this level, and kind of an exciting thing for me personally, let's check the starting inventory. So first of all, we have pistols with our unlimited pistol ammunition, and as I said, I am doing the no pistols challenge, so we are not going to be using these. We have our trusted binocs. Now these control the same way and can illuminate corridors in the distance, just like in the base game. Furthermore, we start with 3 flares, not 1 flares pickup, that would be too simple, no, 3 flares for whatever reason. We also get 3 small health packs, 1 large health pack. We have the option to save and load, which I am not going to be using until the very end and the final tile of the level. Now, with that said, let's just admire the view. And you know what? When you see Lara sliding like that, your Tomb Raider instincts might kick in and you might be thinking, okay, if we don't do something ASAP, we're gonna miss a secret. Thankfully, not. Let's light up one of the 3 flares we have first, although it's not really needed, because the secret is accessible even once you get down from the slide. Although aligning Lara is a bit of a tricky business. Now over here I do recommend crawl climb. To keep in crawl, it's a bit faster than having to enter crawl afterwards. Now if you follow these stairs, because as you might remember we slid into this tomb from the left side, but there is another tunnel on the right side, and no, we are not actually going to leave the tomb when we just entered. That'd be very underwhelming. It's just we're going to go to the right over here, and there's our favorite secret chime. Now first things first, we do not yet have a shotgun, and this is exactly how you get it in this level. Let's see what it comes preloaded with: 6 normal shotgun shells and none of the white shots. However, interestingly enough, the only shotgun ammo pickup we are gonna find in this level is gonna be white shots, right? So we have the normal there, the white shots there, and you know what? I guess I'm gonna keep the normal for some more appropriate situations. Let's get rid of the terrible shotgun ammo first. No, you cannot really get up there, it's slippery. So there's no leaving the tomb until we find what we came here for. Now, interestingly enough, in the very intro, the Times correspondent was saying that they found someone else's tomb within Tutankhamun's tomb. Some extra tunnels that we are now entering, and they have no idea whose they are. So maybe the object we're after is not the golden mask of Tutankhamun that was discovered by Carter many years ago, but someone else's. But unfortunately, there is going to be no explanation whatsoever whose mask that is. It's just going to be the golden mask. Maybe a slight note to the golden mask expansion of Tomb Raider 2. Now, there are 4 scorpions in that colonnade. You can completely ignore them because for some reason they are never going to enter here and cross this threshold. They are just scared of this place. But I'm gonna rid of them. I am after all the kills after all. So let's use... you know what? No. Let's use the normal one for these scorps. After all, they are very tiny targets. There's one down. Okay. Okay. I don't want their corpses to interfere with some of the pellets. Perfect. So I'm trying to align every one of them on their own separate tile, or at least until their corpse disappears. Good. We didn't waste a single shot. Well, using a shotgun scorpion is quite a waste. Unless, of course, you're doing the no pistols challenge. Now, mind you, we now found flares, and we have got all 12 flares in a pickup. So you start the game with 3, but an actual pickup has 12 flares. We had 2 left over from the 3 we started the level with, and there is 1 small health pack. Mind you, I'm also gonna refrain from using health packs just to see how doable that is in this level. And you might already recognize this area from the flybys in the main menu, and then continues over here, but maybe do not go down the stairs yet, because there is a very nasty trap that actually killed me the first time I played this level. There it is, one of those spiky stars that we haven't seen since the Valley of Kings starts rolling down. You don't have much time to react. More white shots, but if you do make it on the other side, you will find the most worthless pickup of the level. Someone decided it's a good idea to put Uzi clips here. That's awesome, right? I was complaining about the lack of Uzi ammo in the main game. The problem is there are no Uzis in this level to fire them with, so it kind of just throws you away and sets up an expectation that is never fulfilled. Now, we don't have a lot of options on this crossroad here, but we actually need to continue over there in that crawl tunnel. To get to it, we need to raise a platform, and to do that, we need to trigger an interesting mechanism in that treasury room over there, and I'm happy about that, because this room is absolutely beautiful. Oh, and it is guarded by 2 dogs, well, the black jackal variety. Now, interestingly enough, just like in the winning part of Tomb of Samarkand, you can shoot these guys, you will see blood splatters, but it will actually end up dealing no damage. Trust me, I tried with shotgun, pistols, crossbow, all sorts of things. And yes, there is a crossbow in this level. I guess I apologize for the spoiler, but it's really no biggie. First things first, however, we need to get our hands on the second secret of the level, so we'll basically have that done with very soon. The secret itself is actually over there in the distance, up top. But to get there, we need to open up this little tunnel. To do that, we need to destroy 2 objects in this room. Now, there are a lot of objects, but actually only 2 of them are destroyable. Well, destructible. And no, it's nothing made out of gold. It's these 2 lion heads. Now, unlike the lion heads in the Mastabas level, these have no gems in them. and yet they are just as destructible. So, what am I gonna use here since we are doing a no pistols challenge? You know what? For this particular occasion, I think White Shot is gonna come in handy. Damn it! Damn it. Okay, that was really embarrassing. So White Shot, the one job I had for you, you actually failed me with. See, the problem is it doesn't work particularly well if you're too close, but maybe let's make a compromise. Nope. Okay, now we wasted a lot of ammo. We have 7 shots left. I guess we'd better find some ammo soon. Well, this actually makes our no pistols run quite exciting. Okay, more White Shots to be had there. Large health pack. Now, you can also just come real close with that shotgun and shoot those lion heads, but if you're just standing in front of them, it will never work. Instead, you have to do it in mid-air jump, similar to how I destroyed those gems with pistols in Mastaba's level. But it's actually fairly tricky, because the moment till Lara actually fires a two-handed weapon is much longer than with one-handed ones. Okay, but the important thing is that by destroying those lion heads, we have unlocked this tunnel over here. So let's see where that takes us. It's a bit dark, a flare isn't necessary here, but you know what, any excuse to use a flare is a good excuse, in my opinion. Okay, up a ladder, and we will get our hands on that sweet crossbow. From now on, I'm gonna stick to using crossbow to destroy destructible objects, not our shotgun, because the crossbow normal bolts, as you know, deal no damage. Talking about crossbow normal bolts, mind you, we picked up one box with 10 normal shots. If you pick up a crossbow now, you'll find that you have 20 normal shots and none of the poison or explosive, but you do get to find one box of poison bolts over here. So, there we go. There will be no explosive arrows, by the way, in this level. No grenades either, nothing explosive at all, which is one of the reasons we will have only 14 out of 24 kills. Perfect. Now, I was really racking my brains about when on earth to use the poisonous ammunition in this level, and I have found one place, although I more often than not get into trouble for trying to use it efficiently, rather than if I was to, I don't know, just stick to shotgun. But we need to conserve whatever ammunition we have left of the shotgun. Now, the dogs are still, I guess we could say, asleep, just guarding, watching, not minding Lara. The reason is that we still haven't really done what we came here to do, and that is trigger another mechanism. Can you guess what it is? I'm gonna give you a hint, and that hint is Hall of Demetrius. So, just look for traces on the floor, and that's it. This thing over here, this vase, I guess, is a movable object. Now, first of all, I'm gonna move it one tile from this side, but I'm not gonna continue. Instead, I'm gonna make it to the other side, get our shotgun ready, because we're gonna be in this awkward situation where there is a cutscene during which we have limited control of Lara, during which we can at least draw our weapon, which will save us a precious second, because we'll be under attack. Okay. This is a flyby across the very familiar crossroads. Oh, the dogs are awakening. Maybe you caught a glimpse of them. They're now standing up from the sitting position. Lara, draw your shotgun, please. Oh my god, you did not. Nevertheless, we can take care of you. See how they instantly made it to her, and the camera angle wouldn't even show you that. This was really vicious. Okay. Now, you can actually draw your weapon during that cutscene. I pressed the spacebar, nothing happened. Maybe if I was to use a hotkey instead, that would work. Okay, so we still have 11 white shot shells. Let's put them to good use, because there'll be 3 more jackals over here. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, I wanted to save a shotgun shot, but as a result we got bitten, and we still wasted one. That's fine, though. We actually wasted way more shotgun ammunition on those lion heads. That was pretty damn annoying. Okay, and now we're gonna enter a very terrifying corridor. Not just to you as a player, but if you're a completionist like me. Yes, they are, the mummies. The indestructible mummies. Well, basically just like in the main game, you can stagger them with your shotgun, but unlike skeletons, you cannot make them fall from a ledge and shatter to pieces. So if you're thinking about shotgunning this particular mummy that's now gonna awaken down from that ledge, it will not happen. Now, if you try and run back, you will find this mummy has awakened, this mummy has awakened, so now these are 3 unkillable enemies. Very annoying, and that's not all. However, something that I think will cheer me up is killable enemies. So, first of all, breakables. I'm not gonna waste shotgun shells. Let's use the normal crossbow ammo. This one is empty, but you know, we gotta get all the 18 breakables in this level. And this one will have something very nice in it that I'm actually gonna try and not use in this level, and that's the beautiful revolver. Okay, during this cutscene we do not have a control over Lara, so I was not able to pick it up. Oh my god, this crocodile is very close. Now, I talked about one opportunity to use the poison crossbow bolts, and this is it. I don't think there's any other. Maybe you can poison scorpions. There's gonna be at least one more red scorpion here, but that's just... yeah, that's a silly endeavor. Okay, so this crocodile somehow made it here already, and that's not good. But I committed to my poison technique, and he seems to be swimming on the ground. Oh my god, he is swimming on the ground. I have never seen this happen. Okay, he bit us twice. That's not good. This is rather embarrassing. Okay, poison did its thing, so all it took was one shot, but I can already hear the footsteps of another crocodile. Okay, and let's again switch to normal. Now, I'm pretty sure if we were to just use shotgun, we would not take this much damage. But you know what? It's an achievement for me that I need to complete. Just use that poison ammo. Okay, okay. On top of no pistols challenge. Good. Now, there are two more crocodiles in the room, but they actually need to get to us first. And I'm hoping we get to poison them. Well, Lara's aiming at one, and I hope she'll hit him. By the way, notice how huge the crossbow bolts projectiles are when firing them, like these huge overgrown bumblebees. I don't know why that's the case in this level. I think it's a bug rather than a design. Okay, Lara, please aim at the poisoned one. Perfect, and let's poison the fourth and final one, if we can get a clear line of shot. Wonderful. It takes a while for the blood splatter to show up, so until then, I am not sure if we managed to hit him or not. Let's hope he's not gonna swim through the floor like the previous one now. It's something to do with the exact water level touching a narrow surface, some glitch like that. The game doesn't really know how to calculate its own altitude, and whether to go into the dry land mode or wet water mode. Oh my god. Oof. How we did not get bit, I truly have no idea. But I'm happy to say we found some use for the poison bolts. However, I think if we were to just stick to shotgun, we'd be far better off with our health. Well, this makes things a bit more exciting. Okay, now, this room is absolutely gorgeous, and actually boats were supposed to... I think the afterlife river that Egyptians believed in, Dumat, I think it was called, pharaohs had to be carried over on their own boats into the afterlife. So this is why there were actually proper boats handcrafted and placed into their tombs, so that these would carry them over into the afterlife, and Amit the Devourer would not get the, well, her dirty paws on their hearts. So that was the belief anyway, I believe. Please correct me in case I'm wrong. I think the more familiar version of this underworld river is Styx, but Dumat was the very original. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this nice archway, you cannot pass through it. It's basically a solid object like that, but, you know, so there's no purifying Lara through Sacred Gate. Let's continue nevertheless. Oh my goodness, I just realized what's up ahead. Well, this is a bit of a reward-punishment puzzle. This is an interesting area. Look at all these breakables. So, let's keep our crossbow bolts ready. And you know what? To make our life perhaps a bit more easier, not waste a single crossbow bolt, let's break this one and get our hands on laser sights, first of all. Perfect. This should prevent us from wasting any shots in an unfortunate manner. Then, you do need to break this one to be able to move this vase out of the way, okay? But you also need to clear the path. Oh my god, did we just waste a shot? I fired it and nothing happened. How is that possible? Now, by clearing this one up, you get the death beetles, of course. But, interesting mechanic, which I have no idea if this was the case in the original game. If you make them go through a grate, they will fall down, which is actually very realistic, and I like that. But I don't think there was an opportunity to use this mechanic back in the original game. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I really don't think there was. Okay, so far the laser sight's working out okay, except for that one weird shot. Maybe something to do with the columns. See, there's some imaginary obstacle here. Oh, I'm angry. Okay, and there be beetles in that urn. So now you know which two vases, in case you do not care about all the breakable objects, to watch out for. But of course I want to break them all, show you where everything is. Heck, back in the original game I was putting Lara's hand into all the receptacles in the walls to summon all the death beetles to show you. Okay. And now I believe that's it for the beetles. The path is left for us to clear. Before that, important note, these chests are not breakable, they do not contain items, they are just decorations, and may I say how beautiful they are. And I love breaking beautiful stuff. Okay, and be very careful, you can already see a couple of urns, or vases, again, I keep calling them urns, even though ancient Egyptians didn't burn their dead. Please climb up first, because there are two goodies you probably do not want to miss. Okay, more revolver shots. I am going to go through the extra challenge of trying not to use revolver ammo, but if we run out of crossbow bolts, I might not have a choice. And a small health pack, and I believe the one over there will be empty, right? Yes, correct. Anyway, more breakables for us, yay! And now be careful how you descend, the same way you got here, because those braziers actually can turn Lara on fire, or set her on fire. I do not know why those can and the torches in the mummy corridor cannot. Again, the game is a bit inconsistent. At least in Tomb Raider 3, you could count on every single source of fire giving you a very bad day. But in Tomb Raider 4, it's kind of a trial and error thing, which is odd. They had to make some concessions to make torches workable with. Now we have 3 normal crossbow bolts. And there are 3 urns. Okay. More revolver ammo. I think there will be flares over here. Yep. And the final one is a funny surprise. We haven't seen this yet, even in the base game. Oh my god, how's this possible? We had 3 crossbow bolts and now we're down to 0? Or was I just blind? Okay, rather than wasting revolver shots, let's go with the poison ones. Oh, and there is a scorpion! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, you know what? Let's see how much damage he can take. Okay, I think, I'm not sure what chunk of his health actually the poison took care of, but I think if you were to use normal crossbow bolts, it would take 2 as well. Now we are down to 3. That's odd. Didn't we have 6? There's something very odd happening with the ammo count. Huh, interesting. Okay. And now, you can check out this pit, but there's nothing going on here. The reason I'm going here is that I'm just gonna enjoy messing around with the game's physics so much. To make it to the other side, we have to fill it with sand and, well, the hints are the landmouths. You only need to destroy one to make it happen. If you destroy the other in middle of the process, you're not gonna make it go faster or anything like that, but it's a destructible object, we need to take care of that. We have 1 more poison bolt left. We're not gonna use it. And there we have 3 mummies. You can actually try and see what effect a revolver has on these guys, right? You can also do it in some of the Giza levels in the base game. It's interesting. A revolver, unlike shotgun, staggers them quite reliably. It packs way more punch than a shotgun does, but alas, still does not kill them. So let's just pass them. Oh, careful. More rolling boulder stars, or however we should call them. And then there's another one, so make it into this corner over here. What I appreciate about them is that they tend to slow down on this very tile, at least giving you a moment to react. Not sure if that's a bug or intentional, but I appreciate it nevertheless. The mummies will not follow you here. Great, just like the red scorpions at the very beginning. And we are in a very familiar treasury room. Now, if you remember this room from the main menu flybys of this game and the base game, it was completely empty, but the pedestal was here with a golden skull, and these 2 sort of dead archways were here, with leading completely nowhere. Interesting thing, you probably heard the noise, a gate out opens the moment you step here. So in theory, you don't even need to pick up what we came here for, and to be honest, that does not sound like a bad idea. You remember how terrified I was of Cleopatra's guardians? Well, they decided it's a good idea to take their creepy head and put it here as a key item. There we go. I would feel really uncomfortable with this terrifying thing in our inventory, but what can you do? The gold mask. So again, technically this is a gold mask expansion. Alright, and yeah, it's really modeled after Tutankhamun's mask, but in the intro, the Times newspaper guy said it's new tunnels and someone else's tomb, so I have no idea. I don't think the person or people who created this level have an idea either, and it doesn't really matter. It's a sweet, enjoyable level. Now here, final 2 enemies, 2 beetle swarms! Thankfully, we have grates to lure them into, but when jumping over them, you can lose some health, as we did there, and they get stuck on the corners all the time. And the swarm is so fast that actually as they're rushing over one another towards Lara, sometimes... Oh, see? 3 of them made it to the... Oh my god, there's still more. Okay. This should be fine. There's no reason to panic, unless we choose to panic, which is also fine. Okay, now I'm always curious where these pitfalls and grades lead to, but it's literally just an empty room, 1 square in size, for the very purpose of trapping these beetles of swarms. Mind you, I'm not considered trapping them like this a kill, okay? They're still there. See, 2 more beetles just like that over here. I am getting annoyed at this point. Please, guys. To be honest, it is the final beetle swarm in the Tomb Raider franchise, so farewell, the most terrifying opponent. Now, the way out isn't as obvious, and come to think of it, I never really used our binocs here, so we can actually make out that there's a tunnel behind this. Seems like it's openable, right? Kind of, almost, but it's sort of a red herring. Where we actually need to go, and might be hard to notice if your screen brightness is a bit on the low side, is here and open the trapdoor. Okay, now, can you grab it, Lara? Oh, thank you very much. Cue the music. Beautiful. I never get tired of the Tomb Raider theme. Now, before we take another step, let me show you the statistics screen. So, this was the Times exclusive level. With me rambling on, it took her almost 25 minutes. We have traveled 1,928 meters, which in terms of the game squares is around 600 squares, right? Because 3 meters is how much 1 game square is considered to take. We have used 43 shots from our shotgun and from the crossbow. We have used no other weapon. We have used no health packs, and we have found both secrets. Furthermore, we have found all 20 out of 20 items. We have killed 14 out of 24 enemies. Unfortunately, 10 of these are unkillable. There were 6 unkillable mummies and 4 unkillable beetle swarms. It's as simple as that. Nothing we can do about that. And thankfully, we have broken all 18 out of 18 objects, that being 4 lion heads and 14 vases. Now, the vases used for this level were the same ones as in the burial chambers, the second level of the main game, not counting Cambodia. Now, furthermore, don't worry, I'm not going to make a final stats video for this level, but let's just take a peek into our inventory to see how we did usage-wise. So, first of all, we have found the one and only laser sight in this level. There it is, beautiful thing. We have found this level's one and only key item. It's absolutely terrifying. I don't want to look at it longer than I have to. When it came to health pack usage, there are 2 large health packs and 6 small health packs. So 8 health packs overall. We have used none, restored our health exactly 0 times. When it comes to flares, we have used 5 flares. There are 27 available in this level, and we are down to 22, so that's 5 flares used. Then when it comes to shotgun shells, let's take a look. We have 9 shotgun shells left, 7 wide shot and 2 normal. 9 shotgun shells out of 24 means we have used 15 shotgun shells. That's a very decent usage. Unsurprisingly, we have used 0 out of 30 Uzi bullets, because there are no Uzis to fire them with for some unknown reason. We have used no revolver ammunition, a point that I'm fairly proud of. We could have taken the easy way out, of course. Now, when it comes to crossbow, I believe we have used 29 out of 30 crossbow bolts. So we really maximized its usage. We have used all 20 normal shots available here and 9 out of 10 poison bolts. The final few we used just to break objects because we ran out of the normal ones. But I'm happy to say we put the poison crossbow bolts to some usage for those crocodiles. I'm willing to bet anything no one did that. Like, everyone would just pistol or shotgun their way through those crocodiles, but I don't know, I guess I wanted to find a use for them, desperately so. So, that's it for the usage. Let me actually make a save here, and I'm considering therefore our no pistols challenge and our no saves and loads challenge passed. Hooray! And one important note, after you take another step, the level ends and you'll be taking to the credits. However, the credits are exactly the same as in the last revelation. These are not credits specific to the Times exclusive level, so actually I have no idea who even created this level. Maybe online I could dig around and find out. But I didn't want to record the credits and extend the length of this video unnecessarily and even fool you at the beginning that our journey is going to be longer than it actually is. As a result, I decided not to include that here. So if you do want to check the credits, please see them in the Temple of Horus level and in my main game playlist. Also, important thing, when we take the next step, that's it for Tomb Raider 4. Feel free to also check out the final statistics video I made for the main game. And I will see you guys next time in Tomb Raider Chronicles, which I'm already practicing for, and potentially one additional game that I'll be working on alongside Tomb Raider Chronicles, just to keep things a bit fresh. Nevertheless, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this level, especially if you're a console player, cannot run it on PC. You know, it is fairly downloadable. The link I'll include in my description below, and hopefully you can tackle it on your own. And I'll see you guys next time.